Today, I've got some thoughts on team building. The concept of roles always comes up when I speak to organizations. I'm Nathan Whitaker, and I help organizations and individuals be more productive and meaningful. So this idea of roles and what they mean and how we should approach them. I've got lots of different roles in my everyday life. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a team member, I'm a friend. I have a variety of different roles. So do you. And so the question is, when I'm in one of those settings, what do I do, especially if it's a role I don't love? And I think the answer is that we've got to own our role for the good of the organization, for the health of the team. We've got to own it. I had a coach come up to me one time after I finished speaking to his team, and he said, I love the idea of owning the role, because I always talk in terms of accepting it, yet there's always this grudging sense that you've got to accept it. Oh, well, here it is. But here we're talking about owning it. And I think that's an important distinction. When I joined the Jacksonville Jaguars, I had just come out of practicing law with a law firm, and I joined them with the idea that I would be doing salary cap work, contract negotiations down the line. They said, great, but first we need you to do team travel. We need you to make sure that the airlines, the buses, the hotels, everything's set up, that you've got rooming lists, that you've got seating charts. I wasn't trained for that. That's not my skill set. I'm a right-brained creative type, and all those details were not really in my wheelhouse. But I had to learn to be good at it because they needed me to do that for those 6 months. They needed me to own that role. It didn't have to be the role I wanted to have forever, but I needed to own that role for that time. We've been on teams, I've been on teams where they needed me to do a lot, to carry a lot. There were other teams I was on where they were like, the best way you can contribute when the game's on the line is that we're going to take you out and you can cheer really loud. Some teams are like that. A few years ago, I spoke to the University of Florida men's tennis team. They won the national championship, and there were a few guys that just didn't play throughout the year. But they realized that their role was to practice and compete hard in practice, to make those other players better every step along the way, and to be ready a couple of times they got called on late in the year to step in and play. So sometimes we may just have a no credit or low credit kind of role where people don't realize all the contributions we're making. But at the end of the day, our team does, and we do. So own your role and have a great day.